Okay, don't mind me. I am in my pajamas and I have all the questions here. I guess we should start with number one, introduce yourself. My name is Jamie Williams. Yeah. So, how did you get into theater? What was the journey like for you? So, for me, into theater was the start of middle school. When you get to choose your classes, the options were, I think, either theater or band, and I chose theater. Um, so it was really simple for me, I guess, just to choose um, to go into theater. It was more fun, and all my friends were doing, so why the heck not? And I think that was pretty much like my only option was to do theater. Okay, my low power mode just went off. um, so yeah, it was, I don't know, just simple, and just continued to do it after that. Um, what did you think theater meant to you in high school? So in high school, a lot of people don't know this except a lot of people who are the people that were close to me. But I didn't have the best home situation. I said that weird home situation. My parents constantly fought. We didn't have very much money. My best friend Monica pretty much fed me. Her family fed me lunch every day because we just didn't have the means to, do that. And that also led to domestic arguments, and theater was one outlet that I used to not have to go home right after school. I did spend, from almost 6 a.m. till about 7 p.m. every single day in high school because I did not want to be at home with my parents fighting and like being stuck in that house. It just wasn't something that I necessarily lived for. um, so how long has it been since I've been on stage? Senior year of high school, technically, like in a performance. So that was 2016. It is now 2022. I can't do simple math anymore without a calculator. So you can add that up for yourself. I did do a play-like production in college. It was on the orientation team, and we did a skit for all the incoming freshmen, and it was a rendition of The Little Mermaid, and I was Ariel, Queen, and we just did a skit on basically like, don't do drugs, go to class. If you don't, you'll die, to be dramatic. I think that was like my junior year of college, so again, still 3 years ago. But that was like, I mean, I don't really count it. I was on stage, but it didn't mean anything. I guess. I don't know, I had a great time. Do you think you'd ever be able to act like you did in high school? Oof. I think there are aspects that I could probably pick back up, like riding a bike. But I think it would take a lot more practice to get back to the caliber, I guess, of how I was in high school. I think also I just had so much more confidence in high school. So much more. What was I thinking? I don't know how that happened. What were you like in high school? In high school, I would consider myself a social butterfly. I ran with a very specific group, but I was friends with a lot of people. Again, playing basketball in the morning or playing sports in the morning, and then throughout school, and then being in theater and different sports teams. And to be fair, I was popular, and I'm aware of that. I don't think I don't know. I kind of use that term loosely. Like, I think I was well known. I don't think I was popular because I don't like think people really liked me all that much. Oh well. Um, what were your hopes and aspirations in high school? What did your future look like to you? So in high school, I wanted to go to college. Check. Um, I wanted to be an occupational therapist, and yeah, I think that was where I wanted to go. Um, that didn't happen. Point blank. Period. Um, so yeah, in high school, I saw my future of being a physician and basically running my own clinic eventually. Um, that sounds like hell now. Absolutely not. No, thank you. um, the next question is, what did you think of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown? At the time, I did not like it. I'm not, okay. You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown I felt like a cop-out to something else that we could have done that would have been more fun and more successful. It just kind of seemed like easy, in a sense. I mean, and like not taken seriously, I guess, because of the production itself. I don't know. Looking back, it was so much fun and funny and honestly a good time. But during the time of making You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, I think we just kind of goofed off a lot there, until we finally, I guess, got it together before we actually started going on stage. But I remember that being kind of crazy and hectic and stressful and easy at the same time. I don't know. Who did you have the best connection with in high school theater? My best friend was Monica Dunn. Now Monica Booker, shout out. She, my ride or die, love her to death. I have a whole, that's the wrong leg, tattoo with her. So, like, we are connected forever. That's my best friend. I love her to death. That would definitely be my best connection. I think someone that I really connected with deeply would have to be Bailey Owen. I love B. Owen. So sweet. We are not in contact as often as we probably should be. Just a couple, DMs here and there. We did see each other one time when we were in college. We were back home in summer when went to the movies, walked around the Harbor in Rockwall. I love that guy, though. He's fantastic. Someone else that I had a connection with, but I don't think they realized it, was Shelby. I think that she put such a little warmth in my heart. I don't know. Every time I had a conversation with her, and I took her home often from theater, because we lived close to each other. I don't know. She always put like a smile on my face. So such a precious little thing, and I just wanted to keep her in my pocket. My pocket. Given the experiences you had, what do you think the biggest impact theater had on you and for your life? So I think the biggest impact is, again, going back to saying, like, I did not want to be at home. So I literally did everything I could to not. I think that was definitely, like, one of the biggest things, was not trying to be at home, and whatever I could do that I was decent at least I like to think I was decent at it, I tried to do it and not be stuck at the house hearing my parents argue and fight and bicker. Now on my life, I think at the time it gave me a lot of confidence to go forward into the real world, to move on to college and be able to make connections with people that, you normally don't connect with. Um, I think that also helped is like having different personalities other than me and Monica, because we, let's face it, are basically the same person, especially when we were growing up. I think that me and her, stuck in small little town, Roy City, USA, America, you're not privy to lots of diversity, with race, gender, anything like that. And theater in itself is such a inclusive place that lets everyone have an opportunity to shine and show who they truly are. And I think that we just saw a glimpse of it, and that really is something that I think that we need to hold dear to our hearts. Something that, you know, we got a little taste of it, and I feel like people, at least me in my life, that started me really coming to terms with like my own way that I was raised and how I didn't agree with it. But yeah, I feel like that went off on a tangent. I'm trying to reel it back in. Yeah, okay, next question. What was the biggest hurdle you had when it came to theater in high school? Oof. I think the biggest hurdle for me was not giving it enough time. I, again, did everything that I could to not be at home, so that I think that if I could have, spent more time doing one specific thing, like put all my effort and energy into focusing everything on theater, I think I could have done really well and like moved up, been in more lead roles or whatever the case may be. I wasn't committed, and honestly, that's okay. I think that there were plenty of roles that I filled that were perfect for me, and in my time being there, I think that's really, yeah, I would say that. What was the most challenging role versus the easiest? Easiest, I would say freshman year one act. I was a chorus member, or maybe your good man Charlie Brown, because he's also a chorus member. So that was pretty easy. Yeah, yeah. Hardest role. It's a toss up. I think that I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I can't think of the Halloween one we did, and I was the lead in that one. I think that one would probably be the challenging one. If you remember, why can't I think of the name? You'll get it whenever we get there. Where we, gosh, I had pearls in my hair and a red top, and that would probably be the hardest one. Why can't I think of the name? Or Sending Down the Sparrows. I think that one was also like heavy in a different way. It was like heavy emotionally, so like that, getting into that mindset and that headspace was probably the most challenging role overall, like for the whole cast. But like for me specifically, it would probably be the other one, the Halloween one. I don't know why I called it Halloween. I guess we did it during Halloween. I can't think of it. You'll know. Did you choose to go into acting after high school? No. What made you stop? I got into college, and my first year I thought I was wanting to go be an OT, and that changed about 4 times, so it's still changing. I don't know what I want to do with my life. Oh well. What made me stop? I guess, yeah, just getting into college. I made the cheer team at my college, and that was now my focus, and it had to be my focus because college sports are 10 times more demanding than high school. Okay, so what were their arcs? Describe these people. Parker Williams. Parker. We convinced a lot of people that he was my brother because we have the same last name. Joke's on you. We're not. If you believed it, hell yeah. If you didn't, you're smart. I'm sorry, the lighting's getting terrible. I'm outside and the sun's going down. Anyways, Parker. Yep, love you, buddy. That's pretty much it. Miss Stone. Oh, Mrs. Stone. I think that Miss Stone was handed a very hard role to fill, big shoes to fill, from the previous director. Everyone loved the previous director so much, and so it made it hard to accept Miss Stone, but I think eventually we all came around and really took her in and tried to make her feel welcome. Lydia Stutz. Oh, Lydia. Oh my goodness. I have not thought about Lydia in a long time, but I remember having the biggest girl crush on her. She was so sweet and so loving, and just made you like smile every time you saw her. I'm probably not giving you the answers that you're looking for. I wish I could have an interview so you could pull out the real questions. Michael Sherrill. I think Michael, when I think of Michael and Annabelle, I mean, they're a power couple. Obviously they're still together, married, have a baby. That's fantastic. But they were popular, in more in the sense of they were actually popular, whereas I felt like I was well known. They were like popular, and they were good. They were good at everything they did. So they were given, I think, roles that they embodied and embraced and did way better than I could have ever done. So, I mean, yeah. Bailey Owen, B. Owen. Still love him. Still fantastic. He and Shelby were kind of in the same realm as what I talked about earlier, is you just want to put them in a cute little box and you put them in your pocket because they're so precious, and you want to keep them all to yourself and put a little cute bow on it. Me and Bailey, again, we're really good friends. Love that kid. I would do anything for him. If he called me right now, I would fly to Texas and help him figure it out, whatever it was. Victor, he also had my heart. He was such a sweetheart. I think he was a really good friend. Always kept it lighthearted, even though I think we all knew that he had like struggles with whatever. But he never let anything show. Never. Yeah. I again don't know what you want from me, so yeah. Who do you think changed the most? I think Shelby. Shelby would be the number one. I mean, physically, and she got that surgery and lost all that weight. And not only that, but she gained so much confidence, and you can just see it on her face. She came into the person that she was meant to be, found a love, it looks like, at least online. I think, yeah, she'd probably be the one that had changed, I think, the most, in my opinion. Did I have beef with anyone? Not that I know of. No. Question mark. Something you need to make amends with, or someone to make amends with. I'm sure there's something that I need to say I'm sorry for, and that obviously I didn't mean it at the time. I mean, again, we grew up in Royce City, Texas, America, where I was so insensitive to all kinds of stuff, being that I was never taught the correct way to think, living, in the Bible Belt. I think now I have changed so much from the person that I was. Now going back, who do you think changed the most? Me. I think I changed the most. My thoughts, my beliefs, my whole way of life. I thought I heard my name. I didn't. Yeah, but make amends with. Oh yeah, sorry. Going back on there, I think that there were probably something that I said that was insensitive and not appropriate and whatever the case may be, and I'm sorry if I ever caused harm to anybody for any words that I said or intentions that were not well thought out for a 17-year-old girl. Yeah. Anything you wanted to say to someone but never did? I think I would just say to everyone, like, to cherish those times, but I mean, that's kind of cliche. What do you want people to know about your experience with RCHS theater? Now it's really bad. You can't see me, but it's okay. It's fantastic. We're almost done. Jesus Christ. What do you think what do you want people to know? God, I don't know. I think that, everyone should have an opportunity to be up on stage, even, or backstage, or in theater production itself. There's so much to learn and to see and to do. That doesn't mean you have to be on stage. I think that my experience was something fantastic. It was great. I had a great time doing it. I had my closest friend in there. I found some really great friends, people that I look back on and I'm proud of and excited for, like Annabelle and Michael having a baby, and seeing everyone grow and be adults. I think that my experience with theater really, what's the good word for it, or words, I guess it gave me confidence, a lot more confidence than I think I had now. I said that before too, is I had way too much confidence in high school, and I think theater was definitely a reason for that. I thought I was hot shit, and I'm not, and I'm well aware of that now. Yeah. I still don't think I answered your question. I don't know. Maybe we can talk more in a Skype or a Zoom, whatever. You can't go home. What do you think about this statement? Do you agree? Yeah. I feel like after high school, I moved to college, and it's a completely new world. I have still my two best friends from high school, but other than that, I really don't talk to very many people from high school. To be honest, I forget a lot of people's names. I just remember their faces, and I just don't have any, like, reason to go back, I guess. I moved all the way to California, so hit me up. I'm by the beach if you want to come party with me. I'm 10 minutes away from the beach, so holla. If given the chance, would you go back? Yeah, I think that visiting would be fine, and Monica, which is, again, my best friend, still lives in Roy City, so, yeah, obviously I'd go back to see her, but I don't know, there's not very much Texas really can do for me at this point, considering right now it is 66 degrees. You can't see me, but that's okay. It's 66 degrees, and in Texas it's about 103, and there's no humidity, it feels like, in the air right now. So yeah, I don't know if going back home is something I would really enjoy physically. Emotionally, yes. I am very connected with people, very extroverted. I love people. I love getting to know people, and I would love to see what people have done and, like, have conversations with them. Yeah. that sounds like fun, but long term, probably not. Probably not. But yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. I hope this is okay.